Welcome students to this live session of class year. In this session, we will discuss about chapter 8 comparing quantities. So first of all, let's start with percentage. As you all are aware, this word percent, which is the combination of two words per and cent. The cent that's defined 100. Percent means we can say that how much in 100. So students, in any sentence, first of all we write out number and the word percent at the beginning of a sentence. Why this word percentage, that is a noun which requires an adjective to describe its size. For an example, a large percentage, in which we are not referring to a specific number in the sentence. Okay students, now the symbol of representing this word percentage, that is this. For an example, if we write 10%, it means 10 out of every 100. Basically, in maths language, we can say that percentage is a number or a ratio expressed as a fraction of 100. So I hope students that this will all clear to you. Now we come to next topic, how we can convert a number which is written in the percentage form to decimal form or to fractional form or in ratio. First of all, we are writing a number which is given in percentage form to fractional form. For an example, we have 16%. It means 16 out of every 100, and we want to write down this number in fractional form. So remove this symbol of percentage and put 100 in the denominator of this number 16, and it becomes 16 upon 100. That is the fractional form of this number 16%, which is here written in percentage form. This becomes fractional form. Now we write this number fraction in simplest form. The traditional way of simplifying this fraction, that is of cancellation, but that is not the proper way. Proper way of writing a number in its simplest form, first of all we have to find out HCF of both numerator and denominator. If HCF of both these numerator and denominator is 1, then we can say that this number is already written in its simplest form. And if number HCF of these two numbers is other than 1, then we have to divide it numerator and denominator by HCF, and we get the simplest form of fraction. Here we have two numbers, first numerator which is 60 and denominator which is 100. HCF of these two numbers, HCF means beta highest common factor, or we can say that this one is GCD, which is greatest common divisor. Both have the same meaning. That is the greatest number which divides both these given numbers exactly. Exactly means remainder must be 0. And here that number is 4. We can find out HCF of these given numbers using any method. whether that is prime factorization method or long division method. And now we divide numerator and denominator by this HCF of both these numbers, like in this way: 16 divided by 4 and 100 also divided by 4, and it becomes 4 upon 25. Now HCF of these two numbers, numerator and denominator, is 1. That's why this fraction is now in its simplest form. As far as this word fraction is concerned, students, you are well aware of this word fraction. Fraction means part of something. Usually this fraction is written in terms of numerator upon denominator, and in standard form numerator is always smaller than denominator. It means the exact value of that whole fraction is smaller than 1. For an example, if we write 5 upon 8, it means we are taking 5 equal parts out of 8 parts. There is another word in maths, rational number. Rational number also contains numerator and denominator. A number becomes rational if that number satisfied 3 given conditions. First one, that number can be written in the form of numerator upon denominator. It means in the form of P upon Q, where these P and Q both must be integers. Integers are positive or negative, that's no matter. Maybe both are positive, both are negative, one is positive, one is negative, that's no matter, but they must be integers. And this denominator means this Q never be equals to 0. A number which satisfying all these 3 conditions, that is called a rational number. Then what is the basic difference between a rational number and a fraction? As far as this rational number is concerned, rational number may be positive, rational number may be negative, rational number may be 0. But this fraction, which refers to part of something, and we know that part of something never be negative. So every fraction that is a rational number, but every rational number may or may not be fraction. We have to check that number. Okay students, so here that is the process of converting a number which is in percentage form to fractional form. Now we come to next point, how we can convert a number from percentage form to decimal form. For this purpose, let us take another example. Say 8%. Convert this 8% into decimal form. First of all, we convert this number into fractional form. Remove this sign of percentage and put 100 in denominator of 8. Now this is the fractional form. And when we divide this 8 by 100, just put decimal after 2 places from left to right. It means now that becomes 0.08. This is the decimal form of this number which is given in percentage form. Next point, how we can convert this same number which is given in percent form to a ratio form. Do you aware about ratio? Students, ratio means when we compare two or more like terms using a mathematical operation, division, whatever we get, that is called ratio. Okay students, so let us take another example. Now we want to convert this number from this percentage form to ratio form. First of all, as in part second, we convert this number in fractional form. So it becomes 12 divided by 100. Now we write this fraction in its simplest form after dividing numerator and denominator by HCF of these numbers. Here HCF of 12 and 100, that again becomes 4. So divide numerator and denominator by 4. We get simplest form of this fraction, which becomes 3 upon 25. And this fraction can be written as a ratio like this one, 3:25. This is the symbol representing ratio. When we convert this ratio into fraction, this symbol converted into sign of division and it becomes 3 upon 25. So students, that is the way of converting a number which is given in percentage form to fractional form or to decimal form or in ratio. Now we come to converse of this one. How can we convert a number from fractional form to percentage form, from decimal form to percentage form, and from ratio form to percentage form? Let me try to make you understand with the help of another example. So there is a number 4 upon 5. That is a number in fractional form, and we want to write down this number in percentage form. So just multiply this number by 100. As in case of percentage to converting fractional form, we have to divide that number by 100. Here just we do converse. We multiply this fractional form by 100 and it convert into percentage form. This becomes 5 1 ja, 5 20 ja, and it becomes 80%. That is the percentage form of this number 4 upon 5, which is written here in fractional form, that becomes percentage form. Let us take another example of decimal form. A number, say 0.15. That is the decimal form of a number, and we want to convert this number into percentage form. Just multiply this decimal form by 100, and when we multiply this number by 100, this decimal sign shifted towards right how many places? 2 places, and this number becomes 15. So it becomes 15%. Let us take another example. Say a number is written in the form of ratio, say 2:5. We want to convert this number into percentage form. So first of all, we convert this number from ratio form to fractional form. So remove this symbol of ratio and put a sign of division. So it becomes 2 upon 5 in fractional form. And when we convert this fractional form to percentage form, just multiply this 2 upon 5 by 100 and we get its percentage form again, which becomes 40%. So here students, that is the way of converting a number from percentage form to fractional form, percentage form to decimal form, percentage form to the form of ratio. And converse is also we can do from fractional form to percentage form, from decimal form to percentage form, and from ratio form to percentage form. Now let us take some more examples so that this topic that becomes clear to you. Which of the following is the largest. 16 whole 2 by 3%, comma 2 upon 15, and say last number is 0.12. Just see here, students, these all three numbers are written in three different forms. First number is written in percentage form, second number is written in fractional form, and third number is written in decimal form. So before solving this sum, first of all, we make the form of these three numbers is the same, either all in percentage form, or all in fractional form, or all in decimal form. Then only we can compare these three numbers, which one is greater and which one is smaller. So let us converting all these three numbers in percentage form. First number that is already given percentage form, which can be written like 316 ja 48 plus 2, 50 upon 3%. When we convert this second number, which is in fractional form, to its percentage form, we just multiply this number by 100. So it becomes 2 upon 50 into 100. That becomes 5 3 ja 5 20 ja. This becomes 40 upon 3. And last number, which is in decimal form, when we convert this number into percentage form, again we have to multiply this number by 100, and this becomes 12%. Now here, this number, this can be written just like mixed fraction 16 whole 2 by 3%. This number, this can be written like 13 whole 1 by 3%. And this last number is 12%. Clearly here we can see that in all these three numbers, this one is the greatest one, largest one, and this one is the smallest one. So in this way we can compare all these three given numbers. We can change these numbers in fractional form also and then only compare. We can convert these all three numbers in decimal form, then we can compare as you wish. Okay, now we come to one more example. What percent of 1 kg is, say, 50 gram? In this question, we can see that units of these two weights are different. So first of all, we have to make units of these two weights same. We know that in a kg, in 1 kg we have 1000 gram. So the question now becomes, what percent of 1000 gram is 50 gram? For this one, we can assume that let x percent of 1000 gram is 50 gram. So here we write this statement, let x, that is the symbol of percent, x percent of 1000 gram is 50 gram. Therefore, we can write it like this one, x percent of 1000, that becomes equals to 50 gram. When we simplify this one, this, remove this percent sign and put 100 in denominator. Just remove this sign of and use a mathematical operation, multiplication into 1000, that becomes 50. And when we find the value of x, this 100 which is in division in left hand side, it goes in multiplication, and this 1000 which is in multiplication in left hand side, it goes in division, and value of x becomes 50 into 100 divided by 1000. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and x becomes 5. So we can say that 5% of 1000, that becomes 50 gram. Okay students, that is all about of today's online class. In next session we will simplify more and more questions based on this concept of percentage. Thank you students, and have a nice day.